So if you're shopping for a bed and your choices come down to Helix versus Loom and Leaf, which one are you going to be picking? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Hey there, I'm Wes with the Slumber Yard, and if you didn't know, over here we review all things online mattresses, and we like to put beds head to head to basically answer the questions that you might have about them and help you with your mattress purchasing decision. Now in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Loom and Leaf by Saatva and how it compares to Helix, and mainly the Helix Midnight mattress. So in this video, we're going to talk about everything that you need to know about these beds, starting with their policies. We'll get into their firmness, feel, all while touching on their similarities and differences. And then at the very end, I'll touch on price and try to have a final verdict for you so you can answer that question of which bed you should go with. Now, if you happen to enjoy this video along the way, hit the thumbs up button, and always feel free to check down below in that description box for more information about Helix or Saatva's Loom and Leaf. But let's get right into this comparison.
At the Slumber Yard, you know we work real hard to find the right bed for you and save you money on it.
Okay, so before I get into everything that you need to know about these mattresses, I do want to say that both Saatva and Helix sent us these beds for free to review and tell you guys about them. But if you order either online, they will get to your house with completely free shipping, though this is one of the first differences because the way that they'll get to you will be slightly different. With Helix, they basically just have bed-in-a-box shipping. The Helix mattress will be roll-packed in a box, ready to go. All you do is just drag it inside, rip off the packaging, and then you'll have a bed that will expand in front of your eyes. Now with a bed like Helix, and most of the Helix beds in general, you might want to have a friend to help you out because they all use pocketed coils, and they can get a little heavy, so just know that going in before you try to tackle that whole thing yourself. Now with the Loom and Leaf mattress, this will actually be shipped right to your home from a local delivery team with a process called white glove delivery. So this means that the bed is going to be pretty much fully set up. It's not going to be squished down or rolled or anything like that. It's going to be ready to go, and the local delivery team will bring it into your house, sometimes haul away your old bed for free, and sometimes even set it up for you. So this is a really nice process to have if you live somewhere that's hard to reach, or in a skyrise or out in a rural location. White glove delivery is always a treat. Some brands even let you pay up for white glove delivery, so knowing that it comes completely free with the Loom and Leaf mattress is something that's a bit more luxurious. But once either of these mattresses are in your possession, you get a sleep trial. With Loom and Leaf, they back their bed by a full year, 365-night trial period, and that's basically your chance to test the bed out in the comfort of your own home with your own sheets and whatnot. And the Helix mattress, they back their beds with a 100-night trial period, so that's more than enough time to get accustomed to the mattress and start to make your opinion or decision of whether you want to keep it or send it back. And if you would like to send it back within that trial period, you can for completely free with Helix. But if you would with Loom and Leaf, you will have to pay a small transportation fee. So just keep that in mind. That's probably just because of that whole white glove delivery process. You're gonna have to pay to, recoup some of those costs. But hopefully you do enjoy either one of these mattresses and want to keep them. With Helix, you get a standard 10-year warranty. And with the Loom and Leaf mattress, they back their beds by a lifetime warranty. So some pretty good policies going the route of Saatva and Loom and Leaf, but not bad in terms of Helix as well. And I should mention that this is Helix's base model. If you do decide to spend up and get one of Helix's mid or top tier models, you will have bulked up policies. For more information about either of these brands' policies, we'll have them linked down below in the description box, but let's just jump right into this comparison and talk about construction, which is one of the major differences because one is an all foam bed, that would be Loom and Leaf, and Helix does use pocketed coils in combination with foam, so that would be a hybrid mattress. So if we do look under the hood of the Helix bed, you'll see pocketed coils on the bottom, then a transition layer of some poly foam. Then on top of that transition layer is a comfort foam, which in terms of the Helix Midnight is a memory foam. But in general, we wouldn't say that this bed has an overwhelming memory foam feel. Instead, we would say that it has pretty much a soft, neutral hybrid foam one. I should mention right here that we're talking about the Midnight mattress just because it's really accommodating and has a pretty neutral feel, but Helix makes a number of different beds, some with more of a memory foamy feel, some with more of a softer plush feel. So if you would like to learn more about any of those, you can always go to Helix's website and take their sleep quiz. But in terms of the Helix Midnight's feel, it's pretty much just gonna be an accommodating, neutral one. You're gonna get some responsiveness and pushback from those coils and a little bit of a sink-in sensation from that top comfort foam layer, which is memory foam, but not too overwhelming and not too memory foamy, so definitely good to know. Now jumping back to Loom and Leaf, this bed will have more of a memory foamy feel, but it's gonna be a lot more responsive and more new age. So some memory foams, and a lot, do have that dense, viscous, slow to respond quality, and it might almost even give you some of that stuck in the mud feeling, but with the Loom and Leaf mattress, it's gonna be a lot more responsive, quicker to respond, and it should work great for any combination sleepers out there that do like to change sleeping positions and have the bed change with you. Loom and Leaf is an all foam bed with dense support foam on the bottom, then they've got a transition layer, and then their main layer of memory foam, which is pretty much their comfort foam layer, and then they also have a Euro pillow top with an organic cotton cover wrapping up the whole entire bed with a center third cooling strip as well. I'll talk a little bit about that cooling strip later on in the video, but in terms of firmness, Loom and Leaf is available in 2 firmness options, so this is one of the other differences. They have their relaxed firm and their firm, and we would point most people towards that relaxed firm just because it's around a medium firm on our firmness scale, and that should work great for all sleeper types, back, stomach side, and combination. And that firm option would be a good option for any maybe strict back or stomach sleepers out there, just because it is a pretty darn firm mattress. And over here at the Slumber Yard, we tend to notice that most strict back or stomach sleepers do prefer firmer mattresses, and the opposite, most side and combination sleepers prefer softer beds. But if you like to sleep in all sleeping positions, you might like the firmness of Helix because it's right at a medium on our firmness scale, so should work for all sleeper types, back, stomach side, and combination. And this just adds to the whole accommodating aspect of this Helix mattress. You know, it's got a really accommodating firmness and a really accommodating feel, so should work for about anybody. And that is again for the Helix Midnight model. And I should mention right here, this is kind of like a fun fact about Helix, is that the beds are available as their base layers, then you can get their Luxe mattresses, you will have to spend up for that, and they even have their Elite beds, which are basically their top tier. So if you like the Midnight in that base model, you can spend up for the Luxe or Elite to get more features or special bells and whistles in your bed. But if either one of those firmnesses aren't exactly right for you, that's fine because Saatva makes a ton of other different mattresses, and so does Helix. In terms of Saatva, they have their Saatva Classic, which is a great bed. It's always making tons of our best lists. They also have their Saatva HD, which is more designed for extra heavy individuals, you know, above the 300, 400 pound range and up. They've got the Zen Haven, which is an all foam latex bed. They've even got an air bed, which I recently reviewed. Check down below in the description for that review. But they have a ton of beds over there at Saatva. And in terms of Helix, I kind of went into this a little, but they basically have 6 core models, and then you can get any one of those 6 core models in a Luxe or an Elite model as well. And they also have a bed for heavier individuals called Helix Plus and a natural and organic option called Birch and Birch Luxe, but that is way too many beds to mention in this video, so we'll definitely link all you need to know about Helix and Saatva down below in that description box if any of those other beds, you know, caught your ear or eye. Now let's talk fun facts or X factors or whatever you want to call it, basically special features in a mattress that not every bed has. And in terms of the Loom and Leaf, they've got that center third cooling strip, so that might move the needle for any hot sleepers out there. In terms of our opinion, we would pretty much say it's just gonna sleep temperature neutral. It's definitely not gonna actively cool you down, but it might move the needle slightly, so definitely check it out. And with Helix, they have their Helix Sleep Quiz, which a lot of other mattress brands have created sleep quizzes nowadays, but Helix kind of made the first one, and since they have so many beds, it's really helpful to pinpoint what exactly should work for you and your sleeping preferences. But now let's talk price. How much should you be paying if you go the route of Loom and Leaf or Helix Midnight? And I should preface this section by saying both Helix and Saatva do like to change their pricing and promotions constantly, so this is as of when I'm recording this video, but you should be able to pick up a Loom and Leaf for around the $2,000 to $2,100 mark after discount. And that's for the queen size, and Saatva is one of those brands that used to never offer any discounts, but now they will on a pretty regular basis, so definitely check down below in the description to see if you can save some money with Saatva. And if you do want to save some money, it helps us out over here at the Slumber Yard, you know, using that code, so we appreciate that. Now with the Helix Midnight, this is their base model, so keep that in mind, but it is going to be a more affordable bed. So after discount, I'm usually seeing the queen size around the $1,000 to $1,100 mark, and they'll even include free pillows most of the time. So definitely check down below in the description if you want to save some money or bundle in free pillows if you decide to go the route of Helix. And do know if you do want to get the Luxe or the Elite beds, you will have to pay up for those, but we've done separate videos on those, so definitely check those out instead, because that is basically the story when comparing the Helix Midnight to the Loom and Leaf mattress. So this point in the video, let's give you our Slumber Yard's final verdict. Well, I would look into Loom if you want a bed with more of a responsive memory foam feel, available in 2 firmness options, that's gonna be a little bit more luxurious and has some really consumer-friendly policies. And check out the Helix Midnight if you want a bed with pocketed coils that has more of a soft neutral foam feel and is right at that medium firmness, or you just wanna save a little bit more money. But that is basically the story, you know, when you compare these 2 beds. What do you guys think? Would you try Helix or would you try Loom? Write us down below in those comments. We want to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, and you can always subscribe to the Slumber Yard for so much more about online mattresses. But that is basically going to do it for this one. Again, if you need any more information, check down below in that description box. You can learn so much more about Helix or all the beds from Saatva. Thanks for watching. I'm Wes, wishing you a good night's sleep.